Well, hello, this is your host Eric and you're watching GMODISM channel. Today we're gonna continue with the Gimle battles, and this time we have another eliminating round. The loser of this round will not be seen in the Gimle tournament anymore, so it's high stakes. In this battle we have two pretty similar design strategies pitch against each other, and here you see the 10 Commandments by Sean Reed. Its build instructions is written all over it, and it is basically a big empty wooden thing with scary cram cannons separated very far apart so that all will not be taken out at the same time. It also has some lamps to shoot down incoming crafts with some sieves too, and well, if you want to build this, well, you'll just follow the 10 Commandments and you can make this ship for yourself. As for stats, it almost reaches the max block count we allow, which is 100,000. It has a lot of firepower, which is cram, and its armor is of course very low. As for crams, they are all AP frag within 130 health points, 130,000 health points that is, and well, it's doing a lot of damage, this one against the Gimle in the original battle. It's a very strong design. And that very much applies to the Magma CramLion as well. This, built by Battleship, also has almost basically the full block count allowed cost, has a firepower which is basically only cram, but this has armor. So it's gonna be highly interesting to see the difference. As for the Magma CramLions, which also won against the original Gimle, however, and this has very high health. You can see the shell over there, 400,000 for each of these cram cannons. These are scary shells. I do highly doubt that the well, 10 Commandments will be able to take them out when they are incoming. So let's go to battle. It will be highly interesting to see which of these designs will be able to win this. It is actually less interesting to check the armor, because the armor will not be able to stop much of it. They are both very spaced out armor, which is very thin, but well, I'm actually thinking perhaps the Magma CramLion will take it home, but we shall see in the battle. Editing GMODISM here, I just realized the thumbnail will be very unrepresentative of the real size of the ships. Right, so let's start this battle. We have some strong David and Goliath vibes here from the size difference. Magma CramLion to the left by Battleship, and Sean Reed's the 10 Commandments to the right. We need to pause the game right there and see if the lambs will be able to deal with these cram shells. Look at them. Oh, absolutely not. Very interesting indeed. Magma CramLion has suffered some damage too. Bam, look at that. We seem to have had some scary cram hits. Well, this is definitely mostly gonna be who's gonna shoot who where first. That's gonna be the decisive factor. Now, the 10 Commandments has a really good thing with it being so spread out. It's gonna be real hard to take out anything important with cram cannons like this, because of course the fragments are limited and they won't do infinite damage. Now, the Magma CramLion does have the ability to shoot down some of the incoming shells, but having fewer main turrets like this, its shells are not shot down, but it's also a bit less redundant, and they do explode at a similar position, which is of course not optimal for the results there. 96 versus 96 percentages. However this battle goes, it's gonna be extremely even. Bam. Some of them got taken out, but some of them explode inside. That's quite scary. It looks like the Magma CramLion did lose one of the big turrets. Oh, bam, that cram is so sad. I wonder if that's decoy crams that are coming in our ear. I don't think so. I think the turrets are just damaged in those cases. Got a big scary hit here. Now we don't have much meaty parts on the 10 Crammandments we do not, but right here about almost where they hit we have the laser system, which is, if you hit there you're gonna deal a lot of block damage at the same time, and the game calculates health as a direct percentage of the amount of blocks that has been destroyed. So having a lot of small blocks that are easily being killed, you may get to despawn territory much quicker. Now it is very different, of course, if the 10 Commandments LAM system get damaged and it gets under 55%, it doesn't really affect its ability to fight really, but it's how the game works. So yeah, that is the argument for some people allowing having aim point spoofing by just filling areas with wooden tetra blocks to just make it aim by cluster, kind of aim at non-important areas. But if you do that, you of course lose health points faster, and for that reason some tournaments actually allow it. Well, it really looks like Dalsha's Magma CramLion is a little bit behind in terms of health points here. It also seems that the Magma CramLion, she's not doing quite the damage anymore. No, we're not coming in here, and the damaged crams seem to even sometimes be taken out by the 10 Crammandments, LAMs, and anti-missile missiles. Or anti-cram missiles, that is. Well, the design strategy is very strong. The 10 Commandments is certainly a very fun design, and we've seen a lot of action from it. It is a strong one. I'm surprised it actually got into the losers bracket right now. It is namely the case that if I didn't say that for some reason, the 10 Commandments or the Magma CramLion will not be seen anymore after this best of 3 battle, because this is from the Gimle tournament. Both of them have already lost a battle in this grand Battleship tournament, which means, as a double elimination states, losing a second time of a best of 3 battle will make them eliminated. Very interesting indeed to see these results not looking too good for the Magma CramLion right now, but it is best of 3 as said, so it is not up to this battle to decide the final victor. With big cram cannons like this, they will basically get through any armor, and it is basically a lot up to luck who is going to take home the win or not. If that was something that went over anyone's head. Okay, Magma CramLion at 78%, and the 10 Commandments is still at 93%. Wow, we have really not been able to hit anything important right now. I really feel that if you should beat the Magma CramLion, you can bring big crams, but if you're gonna beat the 10 Commandments, you will probably need to bring lasers or something that deal a lot of fire damage, because that's probably the only way to deal with it reliably. Wow, the 10 Commandment is really just continuing to pound on here. Bam, that's a lot of damage. All of these shells are now getting through here. It is... The tides have definitely turned against the Magma CramLion. I'm very surprised if it will take home the first battle. Look at this. Ooh, more big doom crams coming in here. Fragments all over the place. Magma CramLion at 63%. Oh, under 55%. It is of course very much game over for the Magma CramLion. But it is best of 3, so that should be said. 58% and looking really sad, man. We're slowly under 55% and it's game over. I'll be back if it changes, but it probably will not be. Oh no, okay, it's official. It's official. Next round then. In any cram battle, it is so much up to the first couple of shots that decides the fate of the entire battle. Let us follow the Magma CramLion's first barrage and see if it will get any type of lucky strike. The 10 Crammandments does, surprisingly enough, have like no, what is it? They have lamps, of course, but they have actually shields is the word I'm looking for. They have shields. So yeah, the 10 Crammandments has shields, which I kind of forget because they are invisible, but that is certainly something you'll need to have here. Now, as you can see here, this barrage didn't hit anything important really this time either, so sadly enough for the Magma CramLion, I wonder if we'll have any different result this time. Well, the 10 Crammandments is certainly putting up its revenge fight. The Magma CramLion is in a slight lead right now, actually. We'll see. Will it be lucky the next couple of rounds? Because if it is not, it's probably not gonna win, right? It needs to take out some of those cram cannons, and it just did. Look at that. This cram cannon is indeed eliminated. Yeah, the firing piece is goners. It is not gonna be able to fight anymore there. That really changes the results here. We have another cram cannon that maybe... No, it seems to be functional. It is a-okay still. But damaging enough of the 10 Commandments weapons obviously increases the chance of victory a lot. But however, now the Magma CramLion just got hit by a really scary barrage, putting it down to 92%. Still a little bit in the lead compared to the 10 Commandments, but not a lot actually. As any Crammandments battle will have it, the tides are turning quickly and anything can basically happen. The outset, the results can change in the blink of an eye. Of course, no armor in from the depth will be able to stop a Doom Cram shell. So every time we have Doom Crammers, like if it hits the AI, it hits the AI and the game, it's game over. And that's one of the reasons we usually like to have best of 3 and not just a single battle, because sometimes a really inferior design can be pretty lucky and like win anyways. Well, looks like the Magma CramLion and the 10 Commandments is basically at the same level right now. Let's see if it upholds this or not. This video is sponsored by GMODISM. Like the video! Thank you! Well, I totally realized we did... well, some footage got destroyed, but anyways, there is the continuation of the second battle. The Magma CramLion fought very valiantly and was upholding its position pretty well until just recently, where it got a few unlucky hits and basically got brought down to, well, a sadder level being at 75%. The 10 Commandments ain't doing great, of course. We have turrets here and there missing. It has been dealing or like delivering out damage in a pretty reliable pattern, making the 10 Commandments not providing as much firepower towards the Magma CramLion anymore. But it is still providing enough, and since the ones that were remaining, the cram turrets that were remaining, were able to disable some of the Magma CramLion's turrets, the tables have flipped again. And that's basically where we are at now. 73%, and some of these turrets may look completely disabled, but they are actually functional. However, we are starting to see big of a gap here. Man, this is a cool block to use. Is this like steam tank? No? Just... Anyways, it's a... Is this a... No. Which part is that now again? Anyways, it works great for this. As a little... to make barrels like clip through and move. Oh man, we have a big lag spike. Oh bam! Oh bam! We have despawning. The Magma CramLion is defeated. That means that the Magma CramLion will have to leave this tournament because it is best of 3 as said, and the 10 Commandments already took it home. Well, bam, that was certainly a battle to behold. very similar to the earlier battle. I'm really sorry for losing the footage there, but we're gonna run the third battle anyways, so fear not. You'll see the action again and see if the Magma CramLion had any chance at all, or if the 10 Commandments just does the cramming better, as it, well, would have you believe with its text. Well, big congratulations to Sean Reed. The 10 Commandments will be seen in future battles here. Well, as for the Magma CramLion, it's an absolutely splendid design. It would have been awesome to see more of that too, but, well, it didn't make it. We shall in any case explore what's happening in the third battle anyways, to see if the Magma CramLion could have won against the 10 Commandments. Of course it could have, as said, cram cannons are strange weapons, but it's not certain, naturally, because, well, oh, bam, it looks like it got a really unlucky hit this time. What I try to say is, like, if you have a Doom Cram, you can always have the great luck of killing the enemy AI. This time, however, the 10 Commandments landed a pretty good shot here, disabling 2, probably, at least 1, out of all the barrels, which, of course, all of them are Doom Cram systems, so it is a big loss for the Magma CramLion. It is a beautiful ship, however, so it will be sad to see it gone from the Gimle tournament. Because it I really like the look of it. It's like simple, effective, but still beautiful. The 10 Commandments is of course also beautiful. It's more of a meme though, you know. But nonetheless, look at that Magma CramLion, 93%. I wonder if these little missiles like hit anything. I kind of thought they were anti-missile missiles, but on a closer inspection, they're just here to distract enemy lamps and stuff, make them use up the diff guns and stuff like that, most likely. Well, well. 91 versus 94. I do, however, want to say big thanks to all the commissioned officers in the army of GMODISM. Captain Awesome Papa, Commander Ben Wilkie, Commander Delphin, Lieutenant Ali, Lieutenant Ant-O, Lieutenant Cravey, Lieutenant Frost Dagon, Lieutenant Owen, Lieutenant Harbagree, Lieutenant Vincent Veritas, Lieutenant Rick Quill, and Lieutenant Scooby Rocks. And all our cadets too, of course. And, of course, as well, big thanks to all of you in the Ecclesiarchy of GMODISM, that is the YouTube members. You'll get early access to this video, among others. So, yeah, big thanks for supporting the channel. Of course, it really helps me a lot, because it is a side project. I can't live out of making YouTube videos. But hopefully in the future, that could be very nice. But, yeah. And thus, your support helps a lot to pay the internet bills and buy tech when I need it. Because, well, you might imagine that I need some processing power to hold these battles. So, I just wanted to say thank you. That is it. Magma CramLion, 84%, and the 10 Commandments is at 94. This third extra battle actually is the most unlucky so far for the Magma CramLion. Well, very strong build, nonetheless. The Magma CramLion is not to be joked with. It is a strong, resilient design, but as for Doom cramming, the 10 Commandments make it better due to, mainly, its added redundancy, having it even less compact, having it spread out as much as it is. Well, 80% just bam. Magma CramLion is not feeling good today. Poor thing. Poor Battleship. Well, what can we say? The 10 Crammandments will be seen in future videos, however, because it will continue to fight its way in the losers bracket to maybe win the entire tournament in the winners bracket eventually when it gets out of here. We shall see indeed, though. But I do think we are going to say big thanks for watching this little video, and excuse my glitchy cam. That's something I can use you supporters money to replace at some time. Okay, I don't want to admit it, but it's from wish.com. Yeah, it's from Wish, so yeah. But I bought it many years ago. I haven't bought anything from Wish for, I don't know, 5 years at least. And I don't intend to. I rather buy tech that works and actually holds up, even though it's not as cheap. It's better to get things that hold, in my opinion. In any case, I hope you enjoyed this little video, and if it did, please leave a like. I'll be seeing you in future videos, I hope, and well, go to GMODISM.com if you haven't explored our homepage yet. That will make me very happy. Anyways, this is your host, Eric, and I'm signing out.